Hey, what to do, sports fan? Welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast, man, with me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you all. I want to talk about right now the NFL draft is going on. Hey, we're going to talk about the NFL draft, the surprises in the first round. Who do I think maybe, who do I feel went maybe a little too early? Um, but I don't know. I'm not a draft scout. But listen, man, before I get started, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. And hey, make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. But let's go ahead and jump into this thing and talk about what happened in the first round. I pretty much predicted the first group picks. I pretty much already knew who would go. A surprise to me with J.C. Latham at number 7. Okay. Now the number 1 overall pick, I've already been saying this for months, would be Caleb Williams. The number 2, I said it would be out of Jaden Daniels or Drake May. It would be a flip flop, and it pretty much was Jaden Daniels at number 2. Number 3, it was Drake May. I'm happy that the Pats stayed pat and got Drake May, got a quarterback that's a big quarterback, big 6'4" quarterback, 210 pounds, that can throw it deep. He got a really strong arm, can extend plays with his legs. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people compare him to, a Justin Herbert. Now, if you put Drake May, you take Drake May away from North Carolina and you put him with the Oregon Ducks, you're going to tell me that you don't see a similarity in him and Justin Herbert, okay? Because I honestly think that if he goes to Oregon, he dominates at Oregon more than what he did at North Carolina. Okay, you have Marvin Harrison Jr. I said that Marvin Harrison Jr. was the number 1 wide receiver in the draft. I stood on that. I said it. Because he's really one of those receivers that you can't teach what he has. 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 210, 215 pounds. He can run, he can catch, he can do it all on the football field. And a lot of people held things against him this season. Was like, Malik Neighbors, who went number 6. A lot of people say Malik Neighbors is a better wide receiver, better route runner. Okay. We have to understand that Marvin Harrison Jr. lost his starting quarterback with C.J. Stroud last season. Okay. Now, Malik Neighbors had a Heisman Trophy winner who was his quarterback this season. Marvin Harrison Jr. quarterback is not playing at Syracuse now. So you see the difference. Now, we sit here and we watched him play against Georgia with some of the best cornerbacks in the league, okay, and best cornerbacks in college. And what did he do to Georgia? Pretty much dominated them. A lot of people say that a lot of people basically say if he stays in the game, Georgia win. Ohio State wins. I don't know. I can't say that because I wanted Georgia to win, so I'm biased. But maybe if he does stays in the game, maybe they do win the game. Okay. Then when you look at Malik Neighbors, I think he went to he goes to the Giants. That's a good pick. The first surprise pick for me was J.C. Latham. J.C. Latham went number 7 to the Titans. That's a good pick. Now J.C. Latham did struggle a lot this year, so will he be able to fit? I think he's going to be good on that offensive line because he's a very athletic offensive lineman. Y'all seen the video. The kid did a one leg on top of a box, so he's a very athletic offensive lineman. Okay. But then number 8, the Atlanta Falcons pretty much shocked everybody when they took Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback from Washington. Now that right there was the first big domino that fell. Now, a lot of people, it's a video going around off the blank, the GM sitting there explaining off the blank why they took Michael Penix with the number 8 pick. Now, y'all already know how this works. Y'all honestly think that Arthur Blanks did not know that they was going to draft Michael Penix? Y'all think that these owners is not tracking who is going to be drafted? Come on now, let's be real, man. That's that's like saying that a person that's invested all this money into a player do not know what's going to happen with this player. They invested. This is their team, so that the GM pretty much consulted with him before taking Michael Penix with that number 8 pick. Okay. And then, like I said, you got Roma Duzier. He goes to the Chicago Bears. I think this is a hell of a pick for Caleb Williams. He got Keenan Allen now, Roma Duzier. They have a lot of weapons down there in Chicago now. Okay. So they're basically, I can honestly say with Chicago, they're actually trying to set the kid up for success. Okay. And then you got J.J. McCarthy. That was another one's brain. That was another head scratcher. Okay. I'm going to talk about number 10 and number 12. Same time. You got J.J. McCarthy that went to the Minnesota Vikings. Then at number 12, you got Bo Nix that goes to the Denver Broncos. Now you're gonna tell me that you're mad because Michael Penix went to the Atlanta Falcons, and you're not mad that JJ McCarthy and Bo Nix goes number 10 and number 12. Listen, these right here are two quarterbacks that probably could have been there later in the first round or even in the second round. You never know, honestly, because I don't know who would have taken Bo Nix, whether if he failed. Do the Saints take it? Probably not. Maybe the Raiders take it. But the Raiders, they got a hell of a pick. They got Brock Bowers. Okay. The coach went offensive. They went defensive line. The edge rusher from UCLA, good, really, really good, defensive lineman. So I think that was a really, really good pick. Okay. Dallas Turner, he failed. A lot of people thought the Atlanta Falcons would take Dallas Turner with the number 8 pick. He ended up falling down to number 17. He goes to Minnesota. I think that's a really, really good pick for the Minnesota Vikings. Mark Mims from Georgia. I think this right here was a hell of a pick right here for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think this right here was one of the best picks of the entire first round. Also with Jerry Verse, the defensive end from Florida State. Y'all know that he went to the LA Rams. The Rams ended up losing Aaron Donald, so now they got another dominant pass rusher. Okay. Now another head scratcher was Mitchell from Toledo. Do I think Mitchell from Toledo was the best cornerback in college? I don't think so. I just don't see it. Maybe y'all seeing something that I don't see, but I don't see him being the best corner. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't see it. Because did he play against the top competition? Okay, you're coming from Toledo, so you're not playing against top competition. I think that Torian Arnold, or either Kool-Aid McKinstry was the two best cornerbacks in this draft. And the reason I say that is because look who they played against. Okay, these dudes right here played against the Marvin Harrison Jr. They played against the kids, the two wide receivers from LSU, which was Neighbors and also Brian Thomas, which Brian Thomas was just drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So you seen Arnold and Kool-Aid McKinstry play against the best competition. I just didn't get a chance to see this Mitchell kid from Toledo play against top competition. Okay, but like I said, these scouts, they talk about these players and put them in a place. I just didn't see this kid being that dominant. I seen Arnold play against LSU. I've seen Arnold play against Texas. Did he have a big game against Texas? It was breakdown in the secondary against Texas. But I know he played against two talented, very talented wide receivers, and I just don't see where Mitchell from Toledo played against that type of competition. Okay, and like I said before, Pittsburgh went offensive lineman. Chop Robinson from Penn State, the edge. He went to the Miami Dolphins. And like I said, Mitchell, he went to the Eagles. Like I said, the Eagles, I'm all for Howie Roseman. I think he's a hell of a GM, but I think that he would have came out better with and more safer taking either Kool-Aid McKinstry or Torian Arnold with that pick at number 22. But then you got Brian Thomas, which another LSU wide receiver. He goes number 23 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's another hell of a pick. Okay, and then Torian Arnold just came off the draft, off the board at number 24. He goes to the Detroit Lions. I think this right here is a match made in heaven. I think this is a hell of a pick because what is Detroit short on? He can come in and they can set him there and he can be a centerpiece for their defense. I think that's right here was a hell of a pick. And like I said, right now you got Jordan Morgan, the Arizona offensive tackle. He just went number 25. But when you sit back and you look at now, you got the Buccaneers, the Cardinals, the Buffalo Bills, the Dallas Cowboys ended up trading back. The Dallas Cowboys had the number 24 pick, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I think Dallas is doing. I listened to what Mike Irvin said today. They want the guard from Duke, or the center from Duke. So what I think the Dallas Cowboys is doing is move back, get more picks, because you already know that your player is most likely going to still be there because nobody really don't want that player. So they're continue to move back and get, they traded back to number 29 and then they ended up getting a third round draft pick. So that right there was a good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. But next up is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we got the Atlanta, not the Atlanta Falcons. We got Tampa Bay, Arizona, Buffalo, Dallas, Baltimore, San Francisco, and then Kansas City. I think Kansas City go wide receiver. I think they go with one of those wide receivers from Texas. Okay, San Francisco. I can see San Francisco taking, if he's still on the board, I can see San Francisco most likely taking the cornerback from Alabama, Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think that's another match made in heaven. Or even Baltimore. Baltimore need a cornerback. Okay, I think Kool-Aid McKinstry can be, their centerpiece on their defense. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about this segment. I might end up coming back on. I just want to give you all a rundown on this tonight's NFL draft talk. And like I said, Caleb Williams, I think he was the best quarterback in this draft. He goes number one. Wow, Drake May and Caleb Williams goes number one. And then after that, you got Jaden Daniels and Drake May. That really rounded out the top three. These right here, I don't know if these right here are the best three quarterbacks that I've seen in a draft, but I will say these are the best three quarterbacks in this draft. Okay. And like I said, I've always said that Caleb Williams was the best player in college football. He was the best quarterback, and that's why the best quarterback was number one. And that's why Caleb Williams goes number one. I love the Drake May pick as well. Like I said, people can say what they want to say, but I love this Drake May pick. I think it was a hell of a pick. Going to New England, big arm, a big quarterback, 6'4", 223 pounds. Okay, he have a 93 grade on him. And like I said, he can stand plays. He can throw, off target. And then, like I said, it's gonna take some time. The Patriots already have a quarterback, which is Jacoby Brissett. So honestly, Drake May can really set for at least a half of a season, if not an entire season, behind Brissett. And hopefully this kid right here continues to get better. I think that the Patriots got their quarterback of the future. I'm happy that they got him. I was, dreading them trading back, but they got the quarterback that they wanted. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this segment. Let me know what y'all think about the NFL draft and all of these great players that's getting ready to, got drafted earlier tonight, and the great players that's getting ready to come tomorrow night. Hey, until next time, man, y'all have a great week, man. Peace.